Phineas and Ferb is an American musical kids cartoon created by Dan Povenmire and Jeff Marsh, and was a staple of many people's childhood since it premiered on February 1st, 2008. The show is presented in 11-minute-long episodes with their own subplot. It follows two stepbrothers, Phineas Flynn and Ferb Fletcher, two crafty preteens who build incredible structures and wild inventions to cure the boredom of the summer. The boys' older sister Candace tries to prove to their mother that her brothers are mischievous little guys who need to be punished for their crazy inventions. However, the boys' creations always seem to disappear before Candace can show their mom and bust her brothers. The third essential plot point of every Phineas and Ferb episode is that the boys' pet platypus Perry is actually a secret agent known as Agent P, who works for OWCA, Organization Without a Cool Acronym. OWCA is a secret government organization that recruits incredibly smart household pets to fight evil. Each agent is assigned to an evil scientist. Agent P's nemesis is Dr. Heinz Doofenshmirtz, a slightly incompetent evil scientist who is really not the best at being evil. Throughout the show, Doof reveals his tragic backstory through flashbacks to his childhood. Most of his reason to be evil stems from his hatred of his younger and more successful brother, Roger Doofenshmirtz, who was clearly the favorite child growing up. And although it was not his intention, his existence has subjected Heinz to humiliation on multiple occasions. In multiple episodes, however, it is brought up that Doof really isn't that bad a guy, and in fact, in one episode, he even joins OWCA and becomes a secret agent fighting evil. Every episode of the show ends with Perry defeating Doof and hitting the built-in self-destruct button that is always installed in Doofenshmirtz's innators. This is, like I said, how most episodes go. Now, with most formulaic kids shows, this process can get pretty boring after a while. However, with Phineas and Ferb, it never does. This is in part due to the absolutely incredible original musical compositions that really bring the show to life. At least once every episode, there is a musical number, sometimes accompanied by a montage of some sort, or just built into the plot. It's my belief that these catchy tunes are what makes the show so special to so many people. Some of the songs, like the intro song, the song I Ain't Got Rhythm, and Come Home Perry, have even been nominated for Emmys. For me, personally, the songs from the show are ingrained into my subconscious. Anytime I hear a line from Ready for the Betties, Busted, Gitchy Gitchy Goo, or any of the show's songs, I am instantly reminded of all the lyrics and this amazing show that shaped my childhood. The music from the show is mostly pop, but there's actually a wide variety of genres presented throughout the show, from show tunes to heavy metal. One of the special episodes, Phineas and Ferb's musical Cliptastic Countdown, is all about the show's music, even earning a sequel hosted by Kelly Osbourne alongside Dr. Doofenshmirtz and Major Monogram, a high-ranking member of OWCA and Agent P's boss. As well as having a hit children's TV show, the Flynn Fletcher brothers also had two spin-off movies. The first is the 2011 movie Phineas and Ferb, the movie, Across the Second Dimension. Across the Second Dimension is an action sci-fi movie based on the original show. Phineas, Ferb, Dr. Doof, and Perry are sucked into an alternate universe where Dr. Doofenshmirtz is an oppressive ruler of the tri-state area. Phineas and Ferb meet their alternate reality versions of their friends who are part of an underground resistance led by the alternate Candace. Now, I won't go into the whole plot of the movie because it gets pretty complicated, but I will say that the movie was a major success for the franchise. It even got a standalone sequel released in August of 2020 called Candace Against the Universe. The music in that movie is actually so good. I found this movie very similar to a previous episode of Phineas and Ferb, where Candace is sucked through a portal to Mars, where she ends up becoming queen and singing a song about how she was always ignored on Earth, but now that she's on Mars, she's finally treated with respect. That song is also a banger, it's called Queen of Mars. Anyway, the movie is quite similar. The movie starts with Candace complaining to Vanessa Doofenshmirtz about how her brothers never get caught for their crazy antics. While talking, they're kidnapped and taken to the planet Feebla-Oot, where Candace is treated with extreme respect by the planet's citizens and their queen, Super Big Doctor, because she contains a substance that they call Remarcolonium, a compound that she is told is vital to the people of Feebla-Oot. Meanwhile, Phineas, Ferb, and their friends team up with Dr. Doofenshmirtz to go save Candace and Vanessa. Candace eventually finds out that Remarcolonium is actually just CO2, which is something that all humans produce. When Big Doctor finds out about this, she forms a plan to go to Earth and capture all the CO2 from the humans. Candace also finds out that Remarcolonium is not in fact vital to the lives of the people of Feebla-Oot, and instead the compound used by a plant that is enslaving Big Doctor's people. Meanwhile, Phineas and the gang find out that there is a race of aliens called the Cowards, who are native to the planet and were forced out of their homes by Big Doctor and her people. While the Cowards, helped by Phineas, Ferb, Isabella, Baljeet, Buford, and Doof, storm the city where Candace is being held, Big Doctor and her army escape to travel to Earth. The whole gang make it back to Earth in time to defeat Super Big Doctor, who they find out has also been hypnotized by the plant. The movie resolves with Candace realizing that she may not be special to everyone, but she is special to her brothers, and that's what matters. I really liked Candace Against the Universe. I thought that although it was made years after the series ended, it felt like it really stuck with the overall theme of the show. The comedy was the same, and the music was just as good. In conclusion, I'm a big fan of Phineas and Ferb. It was a big part of my childhood, and I think it still holds up today. Overall, Phineas and Ferb had a big impact on my life. Even today, I still know all the words to my favorite musical numbers, and I'm frequently referencing the show. Thank you for listening, and if you haven't already, I hope I've encouraged you enough to go watch a few episodes of the hit kids cartoon Phineas and Ferb.